Okay, now we're going to look at another type of session, and that is the Power Presenter type. When I go to Session Type and I click on Power Presenter, you'll see that some of my options change over here. And I'm going to do a lot of my work in PowerPoint. So I've opened a PowerPoint, brand new PowerPoint. We'll just call this is a sample test. I'm going to insert a new slide. And you'll see that I have add-ins as one of my tab options. When I click on add-ins, you'll see that this is clearly an add-in for iRespond. I have just a very few options here, and I'm going to choose this one, the one in the middle with the lightning bolt and plus sign and piece of paper, and this is the new question. When I click on that, it gives me my options. We're going to say some very simple questions are going to go in here. What is the first letter of the alphabet? And so we can either guess A, B, C, or D. You'll notice that each time I clicked on an answer, and when I double click, it's going to turn one green. Well, needless to say, I don't want B to be the correct answer. So I'm going to click on A. It turns this green, indicating that this is the correct answer. Then I can move on to my next question. You will see that a new slide has opened up. I need to choose my type again. This time we'll make it a fill-in. And the question will be another very simple question. 3 plus 4 equals. Remember, with fill-in, we always have to put that blank in there. And so our answer choices, remember, we need, when we're doing fill-in, we need to click the letter, we need to click the S, and we need to put in our answer. And we're ready for our next question. Again, a new PowerPoint slide has been inserted. This time I'm going to do a multiple response. Alright, we'll say, what is the best Girl Scout cookie? And we're going to assume that there's a right answer for this. I'm clicking through all 5 given choices. We're going to have Thin Mints. We're going to have, let's see, Tagalongs, Do-si-dos, which clearly I do not know how to spell, the Lemon Chalets, or the mystery Girl Scout cookies. I think most people would probably choose Thin Mints, and I'm a fan of Tagalongs myself, so I'm going to click those two. And why not give Lemon Chalets a chance too? So there are 3 answers that should be chosen there. I can continue adding questions. Again, we always have the templates available for true and false. iRespond is easy to use once you get the hang of it. Hopefully after watching several of these modules you'll believe that that answer is true, and we're going to quit there. We're finished. And so when you look at this, you're going to see that those have been entered in. I can go in and rearrange in the same way that I normally would with a PowerPoint. So for instance, if I want my math problem to be first, I just drag it into the first position. If I want the Girl Scout cookie question to be second, I drag it into the second position. This blank slide that was created is really meant to be an instruction slide. You'll notice that it does not have the iRespond picture at the top the way the others do. This indicates that these are set up to go into iRespond. Now that I have created my PowerPoint, I'm going to go in and save this as a PowerPoint presentation. We'll just save it to the desktop for now. And it has been saved. Now all I have to do is go back into iRespond, click on Power Presenter, and work my way across the rest of the top. I'm going to do this with my regular class, so I choose My Roster, and I see those names appear. I'm going to use My Remotes, so Kennedy's Remotes, and I see those appear. Again, I have the options going down the side. I'm choosing not to use any of those options this time, which is typically the choice that I make. And I'm going to click Start. Once I see that, this time it's just a little bit different. Not only do I have a spot where it's telling me whether it's connected to the base unit, but I also have, since it's in Power Presenter, it's going to tell me if it's connected to PowerPoint. And since I do have the PowerPoint open, I know that it should be connected, and in fact it is. If my base unit were connected also, I could click Next, have the students log in, and once everybody had logged in, we would be able to start the test. Of course, this one will be instructor paced because I'm going to be controlling the pacing of the PowerPoint as we go through. So students will simply see this. There's our instruction slide. You can tell up in the corner I have some options. These options up at the top will allow me to see the students and who's responding. I can also zoom in on the question itself, and I can use this timer to see the response times. I simply move through the PowerPoint in the way that I would normally by clicking forward. You'll notice once you have moved past a slide, it's going to tell you that the question's already been sent, and this is where I found it to be a little bit trickier in Power Presenter. That's why I tend to work off of student paced or instructor paced instead, because you can get a little mixed up if you accidentally hit back and forth. You just want to be very careful to make sure that you're always progressing forward, and if a question has already been sent, more than likely you do not want to send it again. So for instance, this one had not been sent yet, so you don't get that pop-up screen. And when I click past that, that's the end of the show and also the end of the test. And so I'll be able to save this and get my results of how my students did. And of course, to get those results, I simply go back into iRespond. Under the session properties, I click Reports, and I would find the one that I wanted. For instance, this one was done in Power Presenter. I click on that, and I would go through just as I would to see the results of any other report. And those are the basics of Power Presenter.